Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am the Hessenite Angel, and this is another Miraculous Ladybug character redesign. Today I ended up doing Chat Noir. I know in the English version he's Cat Noir, but I like Chat Noir better. This is probably going to follow a similar talking theme of the Ladybug one, in which I explain my design choices, how I would change the character, and then possibly go off on a tangent of an episode I'd like to see. So, I ended up, especially in my mind when I was working on this, changing his character a lot. I just felt that there needed to be more contrast between Adrien, plus he was too, how do I say this? He was too socially competent for somebody whose only friend had been Chloe all his life, and lived closed off, only having private tutors ever and doing modeling. So I would just make him... I used the original Cat Noir Felix design as inspiration. I wouldn't quite make him that arrogant, but I would make him socially inept. So he has trouble making friends and all that. Ended up struggling with the Cat Noir pose, and I messed with it for a while because I didn't quite know the design. I know I wanted him to look feral, but I didn't know how to change his design to match with the Ladybug design, but still keep like a feral. I wanted to make him look like a street cat, if that makes any sense. So I tried this pose, hated it. Yeah. And kind of like how I did Slate, I don't know if I mentioned in the video, but like Marinette's design was slightly based off of Match Girls, so Chat Noir's, after I was messing with it for a while, ended up on this pose, and I was just like, it's stupid, yet I love it. Just him impossibly bouncing on top of his staff. I made sure to make his civilian's form hair more tame and his hero form more wild to give him a more feral look. I also really want to lean into the whole cat eyes thing. Make his pupils like do the little slits and dilate like that. I was trying to figure out how to, because I didn't want him to just have cat ears, but I wanted him to have cat ears. More of a why would you do that, Discord? And more of a So it's just like, okay, I want to do a Tuxedo Mask inspired thing since I did Slight Sailor Moon inspired thing. And I was just like, what if the ears are slightly attached to the mask or hat? And this helps cover stuff. And then I realized the mask would look better if it covered his nose. And it almost did a very loose, so it's just like, he's a hero, and I don't want to put him in a suit because I don't want to totally rip off Tuxedo Mask, only slightly. So I gave him a suit details on his outfit. Those aren't really flops of fabric, they're just designs on the suit. Then of course I did a kind of event design for him, because I did one for Marinette. In my Discord, cease and desist. In my original sketch that Marinette's based off of, I just put him in a regular suit because I'm bad at drawing men's fashion. It's something I'm working on. but it didn't quite fit with this whole, like, suave street cat-esque aesthetic I wanted him to have. Like, I wanted him to look dapper, but I also wanted him to look like he could break out a motorcycle and try to steal a girl away. Like, he's a good boy, but I wanted him to look like a bad boy. Does that make any sense? Probably not. And since I leaned a lot into the polka dot aspects with Marinette's design, I decided to lean heavily into the cat stuff with Noir. So I ended up covering his ears, and in my mind his cat ears would actually work kind of like Tetra's from She-Ra, where they're somewhat sentient, and I was just like, yeah, that works, I like it. Not gonna lie, part of the reason I gave him a fedora was because I was just like, it just fits with the whole milady thing. And I personally found it funny to have this genuinely nice guy have the quote-unquote nice guy fedora. I really worked hard to make him look slightly mischievous. It was actually once I added the fedora and that kind of decided his main design. I had so much fun with this design. It's just good old stupid fun. Ended up adding these little like cat whiskers I spent forever doing. Like, in story he can probably like remove them and use them as like throwing knives or something. Really committed whether the ears were attached to the mask or the hat, because I knew the mask and the hat weren't connected, but I knew the ears were connected to one of them, and I gave him a paw-like shoes. Basically, this is Adrien if you ever auditioned for the musical Cats. I've never seen the musical, I haven't even seen the movie, but I know one of the songs. Yeah. I had no reason to make the tail sentient and look like an actual cattail, other than with this design, his whole belt thing didn't quite match the theming of this. So it's just like, it can just be a regular cattail. I made his ears more realistic. I stepped away from his whole leather design. Or leather looking design. With the mask, I had to start it from the nose to get the look. can see I kind of decided that the ears were attached to the mask, and that his actual human ears were actually hidden behind that hair tuft I gave him. And I kind of wanted to show the fact that he did the whole, like, cat eye thing with his eyes by making them wider here. He's probably looking at his ladybug. I don't remember how many times I ended up redoing his face because I realized where everything was positioned to make sense. Not that this design makes any sense, but because the mask is sinking tight, yet it's not. I ended up giving him, like, I don't know why I decided on this, but like, they need to have gloves so their identities can remain secret. I was just like, but he's not the type, but Cat Noir's not the type to just wear gloves. So I was just like, he gets biker gloves with paw accents. Why it was so important to me for him to have the toe beans, I do not know. And I gave him an untied bow tie. I just wanted to make his look a bit more casual, yet still be semi-formal. So I ended up giving him jeans on the bottom part of his outfit. Because again, I wanted Cat Noir to have more of a feral, because like, we've all wanted to, even when we had to be polite, have this other side to us that just was effing feral. I ended up hating the ring with this look though, so I decided that in my version, his transform item would be the bell. I made his hair more neat in his civilian forms so that there was a drastic difference between his hero and civilian form. Because, like, Cat Noir and Adrien, honestly, they look still too similar. Like, sure, their hair is done differently, but even then. So I just want to take their personalities to the extreme. This allows Adrien to still be very proper in his regular life, but still be feral and batshit crazy as Chat Noir. I imagine because I would make Marinette less boy crazy, that Adrien and her would actually be friends and he would offer to model for her. What I would find really cool is an episode I'd like to see is I want to see a Bunnix episode, like we did with Cat Blanc. But, like, I want to see Bad Ladybug. Like, I want it to be the reverse. Like, Ladybug found out that Chat Noir and Adrien were the same person. Shit goes down. She ends up evil because she lost Chat Noir, so Bunnix has to take our Adrien to her But like it'd probably be more like instead of her being like, oh, give me your miraculous kitty, it'd probably be more, well, she would, I don't know, because Adrien and Marinette are such different characters, I just have a feeling it would end up differently, and especially since she always makes Ladybug this very justice-filled person. While she would be evil, I have a feeling she would 100% be doing what she could to help him in what small ways she could. I don't know, maybe I'm giving Marinette too much credit. I started coloring him, and then I remembered that I wanted to do this kind of, I wanted to give him white accents, so I wanted to give him lighter hair, so that he just looked more different and had a similar thing to Marinette's, where her hair is sort of blue in her regular form, but it's really blue once she transforms. So I did this, but I made his hair much lighter. Plus, I took some inspiration from cats I had growing up and my sister's cats. So I ended up giving him a tuxedo for like a tuxedo cat, and then my black and white cat growing up had this very white head, but the rest of him was mostly black. So that's where I got that inspiration from. And then his little like white chest is based off of I call her my roommate, but she's my sister's cat, Lucina, who I've folded in videos. She has a little chest puff. And then I ended up coloring his toe beans black because I realized it just looked like his fingertips and palm were out. Just like, I don't like that. And then I remembered Lucy has black toe beans. That could totally be a thing. So he's gonna end up with more, black toe beans. And a black nose, because that's what Luce has. But basically, I just want to see a reverse episode of Cat Noir. Cat Blanc. Because I'm evil. And I like to see green beans suffer. That being said, I also want to just see another episode where their identities get revealed to each other and then they forget again. Because I'm evil. But also I want them to be flustered. Just flustered, the beans. I decided that his staff, instead of being a staff like it is in the show, it is a giant laser pointer, because I think I'm hilarious. Come on, how funny would it be? It already kind of looks like a laser pointer. How funny would it be if his staff was actually a laser pointer? He just clicks a button or Ladybug clicks a button and he's tempted to chase it. I also would like to see an episode of Miraculous Ladybug where he gets transformed into an actual cat and then found by Marinette, and that's how he discovers her identity, or he falls for Marinette. But then after the Akuma's defeated and he gets changed completely back, he feels kind of guilty because she's looking all over for the black cat she found. This would be like episodes before the episode I suggested in the Miraculous Ladybug, where she gets a female cat named Cat Noir. That would kind of like set up that she realizes she wants a pet. And just like, you know, Adrien would feel a bit guilty or really guilty about his friend growing so attached to this cat and then just like the cat leaving them. And so he would do his best to find a replacement cat for her, not realizing that the cat Noir was a girl. When he eventually somehow led Marinette to Bridget's adoption center. And then I can just imagine, like, he's hanging with Marinette, they're playing video games, and she hears scratching at her door, and she goes, "Hold on," and she's like, "Okay, my lady, come in," and then just her cat, Noir cat, just walks in, and he's just like, "Why did you call your cat my lady?" And she's like, "Oh, this Chat Noir is a girl. Isn't that right, my little lady Noir?" And then just like, I find myself hilarious. I don't know about y'all, or none of you give me suggestions to talk about, so you get me rambling. Anyways, that's all for me rambling on about nothing. Enjoy the rest of the video, comment, subscribe. If you're sick of hearing me ramble about shit, comment what I should ramble about. Bye!